don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta.
Fun times in Cleveland ahead as we join you by the Lakeshore here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Cleveland Browns. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Here we go. Let's go.
Well, they'll let McLaurin try and run. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Panther 11, 19 Lions, draft 60, draft 60.
They'll set up a throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. You look at this Browns defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ultra, yellow, Lonnie. Set, Hunt.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now this defense for the Commanders, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Again on the ground with Hunter. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. The Browns at 7-9 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 34-yard line.
Set.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. intercepted. He may go. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Commanders 7, Browns 0. Kevin McPherson set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. Clayton. And that'll be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
And they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Ready.
Hunter. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This is Hunter. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the
Absolutely.
ball? You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Hunter. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On first down, Clayton. From left side, it's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 0.
Ready, break.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
10.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Strike. Strike. Hut, hut.
Looking to throw on second down. Clayton. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On third down, Clayton. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Check, smash. Hey, go Fury. Set.
Back to throw. Clayton. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
Come on.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
17-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Warrior 70.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19.
And they'll run it with Hunter. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Clayton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball was knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points. But that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it.
Down the numbers. There he goes. He's on his way. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Big yardage that time for Washington. 74 yards. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Mitchell is in. Touchdown, Washington. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
14, round 3.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
On 2nd down now. It's Hunter, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Operating from the gun, Clayton. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Intercepted by the Commanders. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
7 Pirates, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st down.
Ready, break.
2nd down and a yard.
Mustang 19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Underneath to the tight end, Burton. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Ready. Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A gain of 37.
Let's go. Ready, ready.
Oh, how about this on first and goal? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Commanders 21, Browns 3. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready,
The
ready.
Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Quan Martin. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now.